No, sir. We've got a huge stack. I've got to keep moving through today. Sorry.
Okay,
and we're going to be keeping everyone to 3 minutes too, as well. Since we got
I understand it. Thank you very much for the opportunity to speak. My name is Keith Latham. I live at 484 Indian Wells Avenue in Poinciana. My reason for speaking before you tonight, and you will hear from some of my other constituents in Poinciana, is that we have a very dysfunctional HOA in Poinciana. Because Poinciana is part of unincorporated Osceola County, the HOA is our only local government, and for a community of 50,000 people to be operating with a totally dysfunctional HOA is a very, very dangerous situation for our community. I have had some correspondence with several of the commissioners, Mr. Arrington in particular recently, and he has stated that HOA regulation is not a county commission function. We have heard the same argument from your counterparts over on the Polk side of Poinciana, and that is a very true statement. County commissions do not regulate HOAs. This is not an unfamiliar situation with Poinciana. Recently, over the last several years, we faced the same situation with the Poinciana Parkway. That was a privately run function. For 20 years, we heard broken promises. We never got a parkway. Finally, 3 years ago, in 2012, the county commissions from both Polk and Osceola County stepped forward and established what they called was the Poinciana Working Group, which was basically a roll-up-your-sleeves group of county commissioners, county managers, state officials, FDOT officials, and Osceola Expressway officials, and they got together and they figured out how can you solve the problem. 3 years from that, we're ready to open the Poinciana Parkway starting next year. What I would like to propose to this commission tonight is that you people, in conjunction with your counterparts in Polk County, agree to put together a special task force or a special work group, and work groups are really a better function, to get together, discuss the issues facing Poinciana with our dysfunctional HOA, and figure out from a county standpoint and figure out from a state legislative standpoint what can be done to address the issues that are facing the Poinciana community as far as getting the basic government services that we need to run a community of 50,000 people and to provide those services in a manner consistent with the way the laws of Florida are as far as sunshine laws, no backroom meetings, no secret deals, money being spent in an accountable fashion that is taken from the residents of Poinciana. We're talking about millions of dollars that right now is being handed out behind the scenes in backdoor meetings to special interest groups within Poinciana. So I would ask you to please support the citizens of Poinciana by establishing a work group to address the Poinciana issues. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Keith. Just two quick questions.
Sure.
What has been the response from our state representatives, obviously, that have control over legislation that affects homeowners associations? What has their response been?
It depends on who you talk to in the legislative delegation. Some of the delegation representatives have been very supportive. Others have not been so supportive from the standpoint that they think everything is fine in Poinciana. There has been legislation proposed in the last session to put further regulation of HOAs. That legislation never got through the Florida legislature, and I'm not optimistic that you're going to see legislation go through this time as well. I think, quite frankly, we need to have everybody sit down together in a room, roll up the sleeves, and figure out what can be done.
Okay. Thanks, sir.
Thank you.
Commissioner Harford, I know you wanted to chime in because you had the opportunity to attend. I think it's just more of a statement.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Yes, I had some conversations with Representative Cortez's office concerning this. He actually today sent over some information to us. Also, I've had some conversations with the county attorney, and I guess what I will have him do is send you, the rest of the board, the information that he has given me about HOAs and whether we can do anything out there to increase the responsiveness here locally or not. So I will make sure that he gets that information. County manager or the county attorney has that him and I have already discussed.
Perfect. Thank you, sir. Next request to speak is Ms. Annette Brown-Best. And Annette, once again, please name and address for the record and 3 minutes to speak.
My name is Annette Brown-Best, 421 Martigues Drive, Poinciana, Florida, 34759. Okay, I'm going to read a little bit today because I want to make sure I get everything in. Let me start off with thanking all of you for all your support of everything good that is happening in Poinciana. I also want to thank Commissioner Harford for attending the August 11th Association of Poinciana Board meeting. As many of you know, I was the former co-founder of the Friends of the Poinciana Hospital, who was instrumental in making the hospital in Poinciana a reality. I have been here many times to get your support. My reason for being here tonight is to tell you that the Association of Poinciana Villages is in a turmoil due to AV Homes, formerly known as Avatar, and First Services Residential, I refer to as FSR, causing a breakdown in communication with the Board of Directors. I have sent you emails but wanted to come here tonight and let you know that Mr. Peter Jolly, the President, and Mr. Victor Destremps, the Vice President, is trying to take back control of the APB from FSR. I have sent a letter today to the CEO, President, Director of AV Homes, asking them to remove themselves from the APV board and to terminate FSR, including Mark Maldonado, who's the manager. I think you all know what AV Homes, formerly Avatar, has done to this community, especially Mr. Harford. When he spoke the other night, I was very happy to hear that he is aware of how bad things have come in that community. If not for you and the residents, such as Keith Latham, who just spoke, of PRFC, and myself, we would not have achieved the amount of important issues such as the hospital, Poinciana Parkway, bus service changes, etc. AV Home has a single-minded mentality, and that is, what more can they get from this community? The 1985 agreement is unbelievable. Mr. Getman, an employee of Avatar, signed off on that agreement with 4 other individuals, one of which signed for 5 villages of the 9. It is 30 years old and archaic and needs to be changed. We need your help as to the next steps to support our efforts in correcting a big wrong. This esteemed board needs to put AV Homes under a microscope every time they come in here and ask for something to be done, because we, the community, do not know what they're doing. And the only way we'll know what's happening over there is if you guys let us know. They put up public hearing signs we don't see, and I saw a sign up today in my neighborhood. They're putting in a commercial property I knew nothing about. So they need to be put under a microscope, because every time they come in here and ask for something and they get away with it, then later on we find out all the things they're doing. I remember when Mr. Harford approved the Poinciana Parkway, he said he hated to give the permission for that parkway because he knew Avatar would get some benefit from it, and they're starting to get benefits from it now. So I thank you very much, and I hope you can get together with our state legislators and help us. Thank you so much.
Next request to speak is Ms. Geraldine Bailey.
Sorry, I thought I had to rip up my little.
You can still do that if you'd like.
But anyway, thank you guys so much. I recognize so many of you from all the elections, etc. and whatnot. Thank you, and thank the people for coming here too. I want to thank Annette and Keith and everyone, because I've been sending out emails like crazy. I've bought my property since 1986, and I'm telling you, I don't know what to do with Avatar anymore. I don't know what to do with AV Homes anymore. I gave up. Thanks from Mr. Jolly and Annette and everybody else that whipped me into shape so that I'm here today. I'm everywhere. As you could see, everybody knows me. I go everywhere to try to help people to get things done. We just got the CFD changed in Poinciana. Nobody thought it was ever going to be done after 18 years. So let's see what's going to happen with Avatar getting out of Poinciana. They have no more land. If they have 5% of property there, that's too much. Okay, we want them gone. They used to own Poinciana. They do not own Poinciana anymore. The people of Poinciana own Poinciana, and we want these people gone. We have emails going out the wazoo. Everybody here now is on our side. The owners, the homeowners know what's going on, and they are coming out to the meetings. We have standing room only coming out to our meetings. But yet, Avatar is not there. And they should be at every single meeting. The day that they're not at a meeting, they are supposed to be fired. And on top of all of that, if they're not with us, the ones who say yay to everything that's going on, they have to be on the positive side. They cannot vote, and they do not have a say. But whenever we have a board meeting of 9 or 8 or 6 or 5, they should be there. It doesn't matter. They should be always at a meeting. They choose not to come. All right? What are they running from? We need for you guys to find that out. Something have to stop here. Okay? Thank you so much.
Before you leave, please give your name and address for the record real
Oh,
quick.
my name is Geraldine
Thank you.
Bailey. I live at 498 Peppermill Circle, and that's Kissimmee, Florida, 34758.
Thank you, ma'am. And County
And
Manager,
I'm just so fired up.
that's all right. County Manager, if you could please follow up on Commissioner Harford's request with the information from the city attorney and see what we might be able to do with the other community and go from there. Those are all the forms we have requested to speak that are not on the Human Rights Ordinance or Mona Summers, who has ZMA